Annalise Sidwell and Ethan Spurrier from the Association of Protecting Exotic Species join us now, along with some friends. We're being very relaxed and calm about this now, aren't we? Morning, both. Just tell us who you've brought with you this morning.
So in my hand here, we've got Nero. He is a pied python, and he is one of our calmest reptiles here. We have Icarus here, our bearded dragon. He's quite content on my shoulder right now.
I have Ziggy the corn snake. It's a female corn snake.
She's
right,
lovely.
now, so Ziggy is the liveliest of our friends on the sofa this morning. Just describe to us why Ziggy is like that.
Just a temperament, really.
Yeah.
She might try and go down someone's shirt. She likes to explore.
John?
Yeah.
Great.
Who's
wearing a shirt?
Yes.
They're on my side, Sal.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason for that, John. Yeah.
But she seems quite content in his hands.
Yeah.
She'll be fine.
They do look very content, and they're all calm at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Thank you for bringing them in. There is a problem, though, with people handing in pets because they can't cope. What are you seeing?
So there is more of an influx of animals being surrendered, reptiles specifically, because some people maybe don't know what to do when caring for them or have the funds. They get caught out by the funds, really.
Because they're expensive.
Yes. So you have a lot of heating costs, electricity costs, really. You've got to provide heat for them so they can feed and survive, really. And some need UV. UV is a useful tool in helping bind calcium to the bones. Keeps them strong and healthy.
Is it my imagination as Nero waking up a bit? Nero was perfectly still, and now his tongue's coming out at me, and he's giving me a... Yeah.
He's giving you the googly eyes.
Oh, OK. That's what that is.
He loves everything, really. He's just periscoping. He wants to see the world. He's tasting everything.
You see, and I know that we're being a bit daft about this. Well, John's not. I am. I'm a little bit...
hold him?
No, thank you. I'm a little bit... Don't love snakes and reptiles very much. But actually, for some people, these are much-loved pets. And, you know, you can spend years and years looking after them. And, like, part of the family.
Yeah, we find that once you find that you get one, you want more. It's like an itch.
Yeah.
You love... Once you find your love for reptiles, some people just delve straight into the deep end. The more exotic, the better. And it gets very expensive. Some people go for bioactive vivariums where you can have everything live and thriving. But the more expensive... It gets more expensive the more exotic you go, really. The costs just add up.
Oh, OK. Now, Ziggy, I think, is going to go off for a little rest because we have another snake that we're going to bring in at this moment. If we could just bring the handler in for our next snake, this would be marvellous. Now, this one's a little bit smaller and cuter.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, I don't mean the
remind
handler.
you of that.
I mean the snake.
Bye, Ziggy. Who's this?
So this is Levi, the hognose snake.
Hognose snake.
Hognoses are slightly venomous, but they don't get too much bigger than that, and it's more like a bee sting. But he's a little sweetheart.
Plus, the venomous fangs at the back of the mouth, so even if he did bite you, more than likely you wouldn't get any venom in
Talk
you.
me through more than likely.
So he has to actually chew on your skin to get the venomous fangs
He really
into
doesn't
them.
have to, believe me.
But he won't.
And the challenge for lots of people is that when you buy an animal like this, you actually don't know how long they're going to live because they can live a really long time, can't they?
Yeah, people get caught out with that as well. Tortoises can outlive you. And a lot of reptiles are for life. Like a cat and a dog, they can live 15, 20 years, depending on the species, that is. But some people don't take that commitment into consideration, and that causes a lot of abandonments or, you know, surrenders. That's a few things that are happening.
So what would you say to people who are thinking about taking one of these animals?
Are you thinking about
on?
one, Sam?
Well, not currently, no.
I'd say if you're thinking about getting an exotic pet, do the research on what breed you're getting, what species, like the UV light if they need any, do they need any sort of heat lamp, any supplements, and to sort of look upon the type of environment that your species needs. So, for instance, for Ziggy before, you'd have more of a, what would you say, as enclosure?
We say simple setup would be good for a corn snake. You've got your heat mat, your substrate, your hide, water. Keep all the basic needs. And something like Icarus here, he needs more heat lamp for basking, like some other reptiles. He'll need UV for, like the sun, really.
And food? What would have eaten?
So snakes
Oh, I'm not
more
gonna listen.
commonly eat frozen, like rats, mice, chicks. In his case, chicks or rats. He will eat locusts, crickets, dubia roaches, mealworms, and it does add up.
I
They can be
imagine that's
expensive,
expensive,
and
yeah.
smelly.
Can be.
Smelly.
Expensive and smelly.
Yeah,
You're not selling them.
they'll know.
Well, look, thank you for coming in and thank you for keeping them under control.
I know.
We were a bit worried about Icarus, weren't we? We thought Icarus might try and do a runner, but
Oh, he's quite content just having a nap.
it's quite nice and warm in here, isn't
gonna
it?
say,
They
probably
I
like
think
likes
I'm
the
really
lights.
warm.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not as warm as we are,
Yeah.
or sweaty. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming in.
Thank you.
Nice to
And
meet
being
you.
so well
Pleasure.
behaved. Yeah.
Pleasure. There we
Thank
go.
you.